Maghfiroh. Hello, my name is Shinta, Adelia, Paramita. My name is Isma Dwi Nurfaizah. My name is Nufalona. Hi, my name is Asti, Lilik, Putri, Rahayu.
Characters and characterization. Main character is the little match girl. She is the only main character that is present in the story and dynamic. The girl is young, poor, imaginative, and dreams of warmth and innocence. The other characters appear in memories and vision. The first is her father. He is minor character and static who will get blows if she didn't bring any money. He is abusive, selfish, and irresponsible. And the second is her grandmother. She is minor character and static who treated her with kindness. She is love, care, and kind protection for the little girl. And the third is an Ursin. He is stealing her slipper to survive. And the last is customer, people who pass by and don't buy matches from the girl.
Setting. We have three settings. First is place, second is time, and third is atmosphere. Place. At the story is in the corner formed by two houses. Time 1. The last evening of the year. At the story is was nearly quiet dark and evening, the last evening of the year. 2. New Year's Eve. At the story is for you know it was New Year's Eve. Yes, of that she talked. 3. 1845. At the story is as the story published in 1845. Probably the story is around the same time. Atmosphere. Most terrible cold, snowy and dark. At the story is most terrible cold it was, it snowed and was nearly quite dark. And in this cold and darkness there went along the street a poor little girl.
Plot. Exposition. While others are having fun and staying warm inside on New Year's Eve, a poor little girl must walk before through the freezing cold streets and try to sell matches in order to bring the money home to her father. He is a horrible man who will undoubtedly beat her if she cannot make any money. Racing action. While her little hands were almost numb with cold, she embraced her fate with a heart full of hope. She strikes one of her matches in a fine attempt to warm herself. During the light, she sees a vision of a nice warm stove. Just as she reaches out her fingers to touch it, the match goes out, and the vision disappears, eager to bring it back. The little girl likes another match. This time, she is stable with spending porcelain service, and the roach girl was steaming fabulously with its stuffing of apple and dried plums. It looked so good that it danced right off the table toward her, but the disappeared when the match goes out. She quickly lighted a third match, and behold, a glorious Christmas tree bedazzled with lights from top to bottom. It too disappeared when the match goes out. Climax. Just then, the little girl sees falling star and thinks someone is dying, little realizing it is herself. Her grandmother had said that when stars fall, a soul ashes to good. Failing action. In a final act of hope, the little girl lights forth match and sees vision of her dear department grandmother, who was the only one who ever loved her. "Grandmother," cried the little one, "oh, take me with you. You go away when the match burn out. You vanishing like the warm stove, like the delicious roast goose, and like the magnificent Christmas tree." She rubbed the wool bundle of match quickly against the wall, for she wanted to be quick, sure of keeping her grandmother near her. When she saw the beautiful and tall lady, her grandmother, she took the little girl her arm and both flew in brightness and joy so high. And the above was neither cold, no hunger, not anxiety, they were with good. The plot of this story followed the little girl who dares to survive selling matches in the cold and failing to sell them. She little later to warm herself up and saw sweet dreams about grandma and happiness.
And then is conflict, person versus nature. This cold and darkness, there went along the street a poor little girl, bareheaded and with naked feet. So little girl, little maiden, walked on with her tiny neck faded, were white, red, and blue from cold. Person versus person, for she had not sold any match and could not bring a farthing of money. From her father she would certainly get blows, and at home it was cold too. For above her she had an only the roof, through with the wind which stealth, even through the largest crack were stopped up with straw and rags. The main conflict in the story is the very poor and cold living conditions faced by little girl. He tried to survive in the very cold weather. Point of view. This story is conveyed from a third-person point of view, following the little girl's experience and joke.
The next is theme. First, mercy and kindness. The main theme of this story is mercy and kindness. The story highlights social indifference to poor and the hardship faced by disadvantaged children. Second is cruelty and insensitivity of society. Cruelty comes from all directions. Her father will beat her if she returns home without having salt and many matches. Carrick nearly ran her down in the snow. Above steals her slipper, and no one tries to help her as she freezes to death. Despite this injustice, the girl remains virtuous, never fighting back or practicing cruelty herself. And the last is imagination and reality. Another of the story major themes is imagination and people's relative capacity to utilize it. The little girl has proven imaginative abilities. With a strike of the match, she conjures a new vision of the warmth, food, prosperity, and love she lacks in her material reality. By contrast, when people see her frozen body at the end of the story, the narrator comments that they cannot imagine what was in the girl's mind and heart before she died. Although she is an improvised child who tried to keep warm as she froze.
Educational value. From this story, we can put the value is the wisdom of this story is to teach us to care more about others, especially the less fortunate. It also teaches us to appreciate what we have and share kindness when we have the opportunity to do so. And this story has a strong emotional message and reminds us not to forget the people who need help and compassion in our lives.